If we all could please move to Matthew chapter 27. Matthew 27. Sorry, things are a little different today, wifey. Thank you. Oh, we're getting there. So while you're doing that, today is Palm Sunday, as they would say, right? So this is the Sunday preceding the Resurrection Sunday. This marks the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem, the day when everybody cried out in worship and adoration, right? And put before him on the ground palm leaves, hence Palm Sunday, right? So they're paving his way. But sad to say, just 3 days later, these same people would cry out in hate and call for his crucifixion. So the crucifixion of Jesus Christ is what I would like to talk about today. Since we don't have a midweek service, we have to do it early. But that'll be all fine and dandy. I hope you'll trust that it'll be all fine and dandy. So what I'm going to read here is Matthew chapter 27. We'll start in verse 27. So chapter 27, verse 27. I'll read a few verses. We'll be doing a little bit of flipping today and just to set out the groundwork. So Matthew 27, verse 27. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the common hall and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers, and they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. And when they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head, and a reed in his right hand, and they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews! And they spit upon him and took the reed and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him. They took the robe off from him and put his own raiment on him and led him away to crucify him. And as they came out, they found a man of Cyrene, Simon by name. Him they compelled to bear his cross. And when they were come unto a place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. And they crucified him, and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. And sitting down, they watched him there. And verse 37, and set up over his head his accusation written, This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. So let's move over to verse 46. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And verse 50, Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. If we could, flip to the left to... actually, no, I'll get it. So this is his crucifixion and his death. And then one more thing that he said on the cross was in Luke chapter 23, verse 34. I actually got it. The Bible says, Then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots. So as he was beat, he was humiliated, he was mocked, ridiculed, his body was torn, ripped, mutilated, and then yet, while on the cross, he still said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And Jesus, being God, knows the future, and he knew this was going to happen, and he still asked for God to forgive them, right? But also preceding this, Jesus actually said earlier in his ministry, Greater love hath no man than this, than a man to lay down his life for his friend. So, Jesus is your friend because he laid down his life for you. The question is, are you Jesus' friend? Are you laying your life down for him? Right? Do you serve your holy God? And I will give a prayer and continue from there.